Everyone, hope everyone is well here, and today we are going to start a beautiful lesson, Birth, by AJ Cronin. This is one of the best chapters we have in class 11th. I hope you all have the text. I have opened the PDF form of your text in front of you, and please you also refer to any of the internet download or your book to refer the chapter. So, dear students, Birth is an excerpt from the Citadel that revolves around Andrew Manson, who just graduated out of middle school, and it is an account of how the newly graduated medical practitioner helped in beginning Joe and Suzanne's child into the world despite going through a tough time with his girlfriend Christine. So in the beginning we will be able to look up that how he handles a child's delivery case in a very mysterious manner and brings back life in a dead born child. He applied his medical knowledge with his intuition, and this is the interesting part, in a very mysterious manner with lots of excitement and anxiety. He performed that delivery of a newborn and saved his life. So in a beginning in the story we will find that the lesson begins with Joe walking towards his home after having an unpleasant time with his girlfriend Christine. Upon reaching home at around midnight, he finds Joe Morgan outside his house and he was waiting for him. Joe and Suzanne had been expecting their first child. Upon reaching, Joe tells the doctor that there is something critical, and Andrew walks in alone. He realizes that there is still some time left. Suzanne's mother, who is wise but tense at the moment, offers him some tea. While he is sipping his tea, he begins thinking about his girlfriend again. He recalls how his friends too are having a hard time in their relationships. On the other hand, he feels that marriage is meant to be something peaceful and cheerful. Thus, he finds himself in a conflict. Suzanne's mother tells him how worried Suzanne is for the child because the situation is complicated. After performing the procedure, the child is born but is lifeless. Confused between addressing the child or the mom, who herself laid unconscious at the moment, he chooses to look after Suzanne first, and he injected her with few medicines. And when he realized that her heart was regaining its strength, he turned towards the child. It was a boy in perfect shape. He suddenly remembered that it was a case of restricted oxygen supply, and thus he instructed the nurse to get hot and cold water. The nurse, reluctant at first, got him what he needed, and he juggled the child in hot and cold water simultaneously. After all his efforts, the child still lay lifeless. All others had already lost hope. While he continued with the procedures, finally the child heaved and got his breath. His body was no longer still, leaving everyone surprised. The nurse murmured words of prayer while holding the child. The grandmother was also praying, while Suzanne still lay unconscious. Exhausted, Andrew left while informing Joe that all is well. While he was walking home at around 5 in the morning, his heart was full at having accomplished something real in his life. So this was the chapter gist. Though it was nearly midnight when Andrew reached Brangover, he found Joe Morgan waiting for him, walking up and down with short steps between the closed surgery and the entrance of the house. At the sight of him, the burly driller's face expressed relief. Surgery means a place where a doctor or a dentist or a medical practitioner treats the patients. Burly means large and strong, heavily built. Driller means someone who works at the drilling controls on the rig floor. Okay, so this is where the starting of the chapter, where we find him walking in the midnight. When Andrew reached his home at around 12, so this is important that he reached his home at night. He caught the sight of Joe Morgan climbing up and then down the stairs between his small clinic and the entrance to his house. So here we find the second character who was impatiently waiting for the doctor to arrive. Oh, seeing Andrew, he heavily built driller, Joe heaved a sigh of relief. So after seeing the doctor, he felt relieved and he said, I am glad to see you. I've been forward here and here this last hour. The misuse wants ye. Before time too, Andrew abruptly recalled from the contemplation of his own affairs, told Morgan to wait. He went into the house for his bag. Then together they set out for number 12 Blaine Terrace. So this was the address. The night air was cool and deep, very mystic atmosphere, usually so perspective, and Andrew now felt dull and listless. He had no premonition that the night call would prove unusual, still less than that it would influence his whole future in Blenheim. The two men walked in silence until they reached the door of number 12. The Joe drew up short. I will not come in, he said, and his voice showed signs of strain. So he was little stressed. He cannot face the condition, so he ignored coming inside the house. But men, I know, ye'll do well for us. So he had a full faith on the doctor. Ye means an old written form for of the word the. Contemplation means deep reflective thought. Abruptly means suddenly and unexpectedly. Perceptive means having or showing sensitive insight. And listless means lacking energy or enthusiasm. Premonition means a strong feeling that something is about to happen, especially something unpleasant. Now, after this, Joe Morgan expressed how pleased he was to see the doctor. He tells Andrew how he had been waiting there for him for about an hour now. Joe's wife needs Andrew to examine her even before the time of her child's birth. She is critical situation. She's having a critical situation. On hearing this, Andrew had a sudden flashback of the unpleasant night he had with his girlfriend Christine, but without wasting further time, he told Joe to wait outside while he got his bag. When he came out, the both began walking towards number 12, and Joe's wife was. It was a cool night, but little mistake, and this is how the things were. So, we have seen the first page of your chapter, Birth, and now inside a narrow start led up to a small bedroom, clean but poorly furnished and lit only by an old lamp. Here Mrs. Morgan's mother, a tall grey-haired woman of nearly 70, and the stout elderly midwife waited beside the patient, watching Andrew's expression, and he moved about the room. Now see this. The stout means fat or heavily built lady. Midwife means a person, typically a woman, who is trained to assist women in childbirth. Andrew entered the gate alone. He took the stairs and small room was there. The bedroom was small. Inside the room, Joe's mother in law is there, a woman of around 70. She had a grey hair and a plump midwife to assist the childbirth. The midwife was also of an elderly age. Both sat beside Mrs. Morgan waiting for Andrew. Now, let me make up a cup of tea, Dr. Batch, said the former quickly. After a few moments, Andrew smiled faintly. He saw that the old woman, wise in experience, realized three must be a period of waiting that she had, afraid he would leave the case, saying he would return later. Don't fret, mother, I will not run away. Bat means BACH batch means used as a term of endearment, other often after a personal name. Smiled faintly means smiling with less energy. Fret means be constantly or visibly anxious. Now the sweet old lady offered Andrew a cup of tea. She addressed Andrew back with it, which is used while displaying affection. Realizing that the old lady might be worried about him leaving during the waiting period, he gave her a gentle smile and confronted her by assuring that he will not go away. The fact that she anticipated the period of waiting and was worried about him running away made Andrew realize that she was wise and had plenty of experience. Now, dear students, this is how you have to read. Now, if you come down, there are words like overwrought means a state of anxiety, snatch means manage to take, queer means strange, lethargy means lack of energy and enthusiasm. So he sipped the tea in the kitchen downstairs, though he was mentally and physically exhausted because of the unpleasant meeting with his girlfriend. Strangely, he felt a bit active and decided to stay at the place till his duty was filled. Now, again, new words are there. Rustle means make a soft, muffled, crackling sound. Cinder means a small piece of partly burnt coal and flames but still has some matter in it. Probing means inquiring something. So he went upstairs and after almost an hour he checked up Mrs. Morgan. He sat near the kitchen fire uh, in the night where everything was still. This only sound that came was a ticking sound of clock. And then Mrs. Morgan's mother sat in front of him wearing her black dress. She looked at him constantly with her wise eyes that were filled with hope. So his thoughts were heavy and muddled. Okay, so he was very much confused, and this particular para is the last para on this page, page number 66, which I am referring to. And so muddled means here untidy, morbid means abnormal, unhealthy manner. Sordidly means meanly selfish or self-seeking. Shrewish means bad-tempered or aggressive. Dismal means causing a mood of gloom. Wince means make a sight involuntary grimace. Idyllic means like an idle or extremely happy. So broodingly means preoccupied with depressing. So these are the important words in this paragraph. So this is about the heaviness which he was feeling. And then the next page, Suzanne said not to the chloroform if it would harm the baby. She is awful set upon the child and Dr. Batch. Her old eyes warmed at sudden thought. She added in a low tone, "Hey, we all are, I fancy." He collected himself with an effort. "It won't do and harm the anesthetic," he said kindly. "They will be all right." The old lady tells the doctor how worried Suzanne was on account of his complicated situation. She even refused to have anesthesia if it were to affect the baby. She told how invested she was in the child. The old lady corrects herself and says that all of them are invested in this child. Her eyes were filled with warmth while she said this. The doctor, preoccupied with another set of worries, somehow clearly the mind and assured the old lady that the anesthetic would not harm to either of them. Okay, so blind again here means a screen for the window, not that blind. And um, there's a word resuscitate means revive someone from the unconsciousness. Ether means used as anesthetic. Haste means excessive speed of urgency. Frantic means conducted in a hurried manner. Hypodermic means relating to the religion. Unsparingly means generous. Flaccid means lifeless. So all these important words are there. Now sodden is a word which means saturated with liquid. Tallow means the hard fat of animals. Hastily means with excessive speed or urgency. Slashed means slit. Lolled means hang loosely. So, dear students, you need to be very much specific while reading. You have to take care of your dictionary while doing the whole reading part, and then complete the chapter. Your reading is must. So, this is the way you should read the chapter.